6 is first item on the agenda. Coventry and Warwickshire and South East Leicestershire Shadow Economic Prosperity Board report, process for addressing the housing market area's full housing requirement. And I'll come to Councillor Lloyd as portfolio holder.
Thank you, Chair. As I say, you just said Coventry and Warwickshire South East Leicestershire Shadow Economic Prosperity Board report, process for address the housing market for housing requirement. The report before you seeks endorsement of the recommendation approved by the Shadow Economic Prosperity Board in November last year. The recommendations are linked to a strategic housing market assessment that was undertaken for the Coventry and Warwickshire sub-region in November 2013 and updated in September 2014. Endorsement, the recommendation in the report would change the housing development target for the basis of work on the borough plan to 9,900 for the period of 2011 to 2031 and reflects evidence contained within the assessment, and it will also commit the council to continue work jointly with other authorities in the sub-region through the duty to cooperate to ensure that the total needs of housing market area are met. And that's the report that we require the Cabinet to, and the recommendation obviously is A within front of your chair, and that's what we place in front of the Cabinet.
Thank you very much. So I'll then come to Councillor Kondakor.
Thank you, Chair. This is a very, very important decision for the Council. How many houses we allocate and build in this borough. And this decision shouldn't be taken lightly. It should be taken with consultation with the public, and it should be taken with discussion amongst councillors. This is not happening. The Shadow Economic Prosperity Board met relatively in secret, with no one attending, no one knowing about it, and it set a target. We are now being bounced into this target without access to the data, access to the modelling. No one has discussed this Shadow Economic Prosperity Board's housing assessment amongst the council. We need this to be properly taken back to scrutiny. We need all the modelling released to the scrutiny committee, and we need them to look at the real housing needs we have. If you look on your paperwork on page 13, it clearly shows the previous housing assessment, 495 houses in this borough. The newer assessment, 422. So the latest evidence is we actually need to reduce our housing target from what it is at the moment. The housing assessment also studied 11 different options, and the lowest of those was 238 houses per year. Clearly, the borough isn't thriving economically. The population projections and the employment projections show we are flatlining. The borough plan last version was based on us creating 12,000 jobs. That isn't going to happen. There's no magic. We're not creating 12,000 jobs. We're flatlining. And we need to actually properly model our borough plan and have a proper debate about the right number of houses. Just setting a massive housing target today is A, against all the European environmental rules, because we should actually have a proper ability to study the information. B is going to be suicide for the borough, because the number of developers putting in applications and appeals will go up and up and up. There's no way we can build 10,000 houses without a borough plan. But developers will put applications in for virtually every piece of green field over the next 2 years while we mess around making the plan. Going ahead with this new target is just suicide for the borough. And it's madness. Why have we agreed to take on 10,000 houses without actually having a debate about it as to what we get in return? What public transport we get, what hospital improvements, what GPs. You've just given this LEP, and this Shadow Economic Prosperity Board, a blank cheque. Come and build 10,000 houses in our borough, and we haven't asked for anything in return. It will cause gridlock, it will cause suffering, and the only thing we get is a new homes bonus, which will disappear and be frittered away by this council. We need this to go to scrutiny, and we need the public to be properly consulted on any new target.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Councillor Kondakor?
Just the one. Are you saying that strategic housing market assessment is flawed?
They've done several. The one in 2013 was done just at the time of the census, and so that had a very low target for Coventry. The newer one is getting less flawed, and we're basing our housing number on the 2013 rather than the 2014 assessment. And if they did a 2015 assessment, our housing need to be even less than 400.
Anyone else? Thank you, Councillor Kondakor. Mr. Tony Blunt.